And we're back. We are back. I am Storm of Iron. This is SnowRunner. Nice to see you. So yeah, I was delayed because I kept on trying to trim some of the extraneous data, screenshots, video clips, stuff like that on my PlayStation, just to get Call of Duty Cold War updated, because Season 2 has just hit. So you need to make sure that your Call of Duty is updated. Also, let's adjust the volume here slightly. So we're going to continue our game. We're going to continue the mission that we were on the last time. Also, I totally found my Cherry Coke from the last time as well. But yes, Relic, how are you this evening? Good to see you, sir. And a 12-ounce steak with a baked potato right now. That sounds magical. The only thing that could make that 12-ounce steak any better is if it was from the flank of a mythical creature like a unicorn or perhaps a hippogriff. Although now that I think about it, is a hippogriff steak or chicken? Or does it depend on which part of the animal that you harvest it from? Which kind of leads to some weird questions about fantasy creatures and anatomy. But we're not going to get into that right now. Or we could. That could be a topic of discussion for later. Actually, we'll put a pin in that. because that'll be some fantastic topic of conversation for later. In the meantime, speaking of later, I am in Drummond Island, and I need to get a load of logs from the log station, which is over here, back to the other section of map, which I think I can do this, and I think it actually might be a little bit easier than we had originally thought, but yes. We'll wait until some other people pop in the stream, and then we'll go from there, and we'll see what everybody else has to say about that. Also, don't tip, truck. Don't tip. I'm in no mood for your tomfoolery right about now. So we want to go this way. Also, I can't remember if there was an upgrade part out here, and I'm pretty sure I got it, but we won't be going that way because it's significantly more difficult. So, down here, here, and basically we're traversing, like, most of the map. This was a dumb idea. Oh, what is that huge news, Relic? Lay it on me, big fella. What you got? What's cooking? Take it out of the oven. Let's see if it's done. Also, I do like the music on this map and in this game. Oh, really? What did he do? Or was it just out of necessity because you were the only one there? No kidding. Also, it occurs to me that the mute button light that is actually on the microphone right here, it's kind of bright. But I can do something about that. Let's adjust this little fella. Perfect. Now I can't see the red light that was right here, right in front of my face, just staring at me. So the whole family was there. Ivar decided that he would play tug of war with you. Well, aren't you high up on the food chain again? Also, I think my green screen is looking pretty good. There are no gaps in the action, so to speak. You lucked out. No, that's cool, man. That's actually really, really cool. Other than that, I hope you had a fantastic day. And I popped on. I actually wasn't planning on going live today, but it was just kind of like one of those things where it was, you know, I was having such a good time, and I was going over some of the footage from yesterday, and some of the stuff that we had discussed, I had actually shared with my brother. I sent him the video clip about me talking about doing a thing for him, and I think it hit him right in the feels, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna go live again today because yesterday was so cool. And I know I'm here for video gaming and stuff like that, but it is nice to stop and talk for a while and just kind of go over certain things. We did have some pretty good conversation going from yesterday as well. And man, oh man, did we cover a great number of topics. Also, I have no idea if Wayland is going live in like an hour, hour and a half, anything like that. So, who knows? If he does, maybe we'll just raid him. Because we can. We have that kind of technology. And also, I continue to forget to raid people at the end of our streams. So, and actually, if there is someone that you think we should raid their channel, other than, say, Waylon or someone like that, we can totally do that. Because it's fun. And I'm kind of digging this whole Twitch thing. It's pretty rad, though. Also, we're stuck on a tree stump, or a tree branch. There's a tree branch in our way that we are now kind of getting around. Alright, that's good. Gonna make some forward momentum. Forward-ish momentum. Gotta do a thing. Because I'm apparently getting messages still, but that's okay. Alright. So, also, it kind of occurs to me that I probably should have taken bigger, heavier duty trucks that could have hauled everything around. But, whatever. Also, headlights. Headlights are a key feature in a game where it does get dark. Don't forget to drive around with your headlights on. And honk the horn every now and again. Also, there go the birds. Oh. This thing's got some really tight suspension to it, though. So it has a bit of a bounce, even though I have this giant fuel carrier on the back of the truck. Which is probably a good thing we have all this fuel. Means we can cover the miles. What's that? Miles to go before I sleep? Really? Man, I haven't played a really good Need for Speed game in quite some time. It's kind of funny. The arcade-style racing games sort of fell by the wayside with some of the older consoles. Like, all of the Need for Speed games, you know, a good arcade-style racer. Nothing that was, like, super technical, where you're adjusting your camber angle by 0.1 degree to try to get more downforce in the, in the bank, or the high bank on a super speedway. It was just find a car that had good stats, put whatever color you like, and away you go. Also, apparently, speaking of games that have not actually been a thing for quite some time, oh yeah, yep. I liked, and here's a throwback, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, or I think it was Need for Speed 2 Hot Pursuit, something like that. And that was a good one. And then right around the same time, there was, what the hell was it? The one where you had to gain as many points as you possibly could from crashing into stuff. Another really good old one was Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. Alright. Now, we have our load, our single load of logs. This is awful. Why can't we get more logs? We should be able to take more logs with us. But we can only want medium light. Burnout. Yes, that is exactly the title I was looking for. Thank you. I thought that's what it was, but I couldn't quite rightly remember. Now, let's plot our return course to the place we need to go. Up here, over there, and that away. Yeah, Burnout was a fantastic title. That was such a great game. Also, we should refuel. There we go. Down to about half the fuel level out of that thing. But, yeah. So, interesting news article that I came across yesterday. Twisted Metal, of that Twisted Metal, is going to be a series on TV. I think on Netflix or Amazon, something like that. They're going to make a Twisted Metal series. Although it's not like a Twisted Metal show that follows any of the established game stories. And I still feel like Twisted Metal Black had some of the best character fiction behind it. They were all really bizarre, slapdash, thrown together games, but they were awesome. They were fantastic. And the theme song to Twisted Metal Black was phenomenal. Which one? Look at that red glow. Getting to be the golden hour here as the sun sets. And then we're going to be in the dark again. Oh, they did? No way! Oops. Don't go off track. And then we get stuck in the mud. And then we have to dispatch other trucks to save ourselves from being stuck in the mud. Come on. Go, truck, go. Yeah, I guess this fine-tuned transmission actually really does pig through the fuel as we go through mud, but it's not a... I don't even know why I selected it. I should probably replace that transmission. When I get back to the garage. If I ever get back to the garage. Because that's the nice thing about this game. Dude, a Metroid series would be phenomenal. And, oddly enough, and here's the great thing that I find about Metroid. Once upon a time, the gamer demographic was always looked at as young, adolescent, male gamer. That's it. So you always had the hyper-aggressive, masculine, male protagonist in a video game. Oh my, did heads explode when they realized that Samus was a female character in a game. And I think that was awesome. That whole thing was fantastic. It's like, hey, guess what? Pull the rug out from under you. How many different Mega Man cartoons do we have? Do you remember Saturday morning cartoons? Captain N, the Game Master, or whatever it was called. You had Mega Man, Simon Belmont, the Princess, and Kid Icarus, I think. That's a game that you haven't seen in a long time. Kid Icarus. We all know what happened to Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. The wax melted that... There we go. You got auto-modded for the word pervy. which I don't know why. This stupid auto mod thing. Man. Yeah, that was, what the hell was the code? I remember the Konami code. I mean, that I remember like the back of my hand. Also, the original Contra video game. I beat that thing on a single life. I did not die. And that was one of my favorite video games for the longest time. It was a fantastic video game. Alright, let's pop that back into auto. Justin Bailey. Justin Bailey. That's right. That's what the... Nope. Can't do high gear. Nope, don't do that. Forward momentum, boyo. Come on. Why are we not, why are we stuck? What are we stuck on? Stuck on something. I hate getting, like, randomly stuck on weird stuff. Or do we just dig down too far into the mud? Also, I don't know if anyone has a subscription to Motor Trend on Demand, but there is a new episode of Faster with Finnegan up right now. And it is so damn funny. It's awesome. Faster with Finnegan is absolutely one of my favorite internet shows right now. It's right up there with Roadkill. Really, a lot of that pool of characters and personalities from the Motor Trend channel are awesome. They're just so cool to watch, and they are very, very smart dudes. Madden, I was never really super into. What the hell was the name of it? Mutant League Football. There's a title for you. That's Sega Genesis level stuff right there. Mutant League Football. Man, I hope the other truck travels a lot faster than this one does. Which I still have to make a couple more trips. I need at least 3 trips out here. This is dumb. Man, I totally did the dumb. And I totally missed the turn. Really? Now that's funny. I always liked, instead of... Actually, whoa, no, 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 oh, damn it. Well, that's a bummer. So I was going to say... Can we pack cargo? Oh, there we go. Oh, sweet. So instead of actually playing the game, I would always go for eliminating as much of my competition as possible so that they couldn't contend or compete with me. And it was great. Man, this thing is just a pig on fuel. That's so funny. Mutant League was such a great game. Going. Exactly, yep. Exactly. It's such a crazy game. That game is so ridiculous and just so over the top. I mean, it's utterly nuts. I know this game isn't anywhere near as interesting or fast-paced as Assassin's Creed Valhalla is. It's fun in a different kind of way. This game has an intentionally slow pace to it, and at times it can almost be maddeningly frustrating and difficult. But when you do something, the sense of accomplishment that you actually get out of it is awesome. Like, I am using completely the wrong truck and truck configuration for hauling this load of lumber. Also, if I bust out the Caterpillar, the big cat, I don't know if the log carrier on the back is going to hold long logs or medium logs, because I can't remember. No, wait, I think it does hold medium logs. That's right. And I mean, I don't know how super exciting it is from a watching type standpoint, but it is a little bit more slower paced, so that I think that's what actually kind of led to so much conversation yesterday, is because we got into some really great topics of conversation, and that was pretty damn fun. Short of the several snafus that occurred with the losing the Caterpillar in the river and dumping this truck on its side multiple times. So that happened. Actually, I think you had just missed some of those unfortunate occurrences that happened. Also, I think once we get this damn truck to a place, we're definitely going to be using another truck, because this is slow as molasses. We need a truck with a little bit more oomph behind it. Yeah, you know, but it happens. I'm certainly not going to fault you for it. No, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire and say, where the hell were you, Relic? You were supposed to be here right when I started. When you get that notification, you're supposed to dive right in. Gonna have to cut off your, your tendons so you can't run away, so you're always here for the stream. Do some weird shit like that. No, not really. That's totally not what we're gonna do. That may be taking things a little bit too far in the context of, like, hanging around watching, video game streaming. It's like, you're not going anywhere, so I'm going to super glue your hands to the remote control. Not really. I wouldn't even super glue my hands to the remote control and be all like, sorry boss, can't come to work today. Hands are super glued to the control. Which actually, funny enough, I've done enough miniature modeling, like wargaming model assembly. Well, it's a perfect way to do it. But yeah, I put together enough, like, Warhammer figures, and I super glued the crap out of my hands. So, alright, so the farm's there, that requires 2. The lighthouse is there, that simply requires 1. Why don't we dump off at the lighthouse keeper first? So, gonna plot our route right here by going here, here, over here, up here-ish. Do this little bridge right here. I do like that. Actually, you know what? I'll take the detour through the fuel station. Fill up this tanker truck. Yeah, glue everywhere. Just so much glue. Over here. Then we go here, which I want to say this was kind of a treacherous area through here, but I don't remember because it's been a while. There. And then there. See, like, if we were the industrious, adventurous sort, I imagine that we could probably try to cross right over here. But I don't know if my truck would make it, and chances are the damn thing would drown, and I would be right back to square one. Or maybe... Huh. Kind of looking at that, being all like, that would be great to just kind of take that little shortcut. But you know what? Let's keep pushing on. Ever onward, ever upward, we travel forward with our oversized fuel carrier and our load of lumber. Because boy oh boy do we have some wood. Little bit of lumber. It's not a sequoia there. I mean, it very well could be. No, it's not a sequoia. That's just, it's probably like a whole bunch of just soft wood. Sounds like a personal problem. Alright. So back down here, where we had... Yeah, because we thought that's where we could pick up all the lumber from originally, but no such luck. It was the wrong kind of lumber. Which was... I can't say that it was infuriating, and I probably did it to myself on that one, but that was such a bummer. And this took a lot of extra time to get this lumber from Island Lake to Drummond Island. Yeah. But see, now that we're at Drummond Island, these roads and dirt paths aren't like super bad, so this truck actually does fairly decently at it. Which reminds me, I can probably... Yeah, we can drop that. We can drop that axle. Oh, yeah, we should probably. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did we drop the axle or not? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we can drop the axle. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's a dead axle, so. Not powered, unlike some of the other trucks. It was actually worse in the Dairy Longhorn 3145, which was a truck that you could get for free simply by plucking it from the river in Alaska. Also, why can't we... Yeah, the Dairy Longhorn 3145 was a truck that we could get from Alaska just by plucking it from the river and transporting it to the garage in that map. But that had the 2 powered rear axles and then the 1 dead axle. But the thing about that truck is you couldn't do anything with that axle. It was just always there, and it always was in the way. You would high side and it would get stuck. Alright, so let's refuel. Oh no, we don't have to refuel that way. We can refuel this way. We refuel that, and then we'll refill the... oh yeah, that's a lot of additional weight, so we probably didn't need to do that. but that's all right. We'll keep on. So, pressing forward. Yeah, man, I haven't played. You know, there's a lot of people who came from this game or the MudRunner series of games who rave about Farming Simulator. They're like super into Farming Simulator. Like Farming Simulator is life kind of things. And it's like, really? It's that good of a game? Let's throw out a winch here and just kind of make some better forward momentum. Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried it, so I guess I can't really say. But then, it's probably got a lot of elements like this. And I can't knock this game. You know, I love this game. This game's fantastic. And I platinumed this game when it had come out before any of the expansions had hit. And you had to do everything in this game to get the Platinum Trophy. Okay, so I think we're in fact going straight ahead here. Keep going. Also, don't roll. And it occurs to me that I probably should not have filled up the tanker body with fuel all the way, because that's extra weight. And extra weight means extra tippy. And extra tippy means lots more time running back and forth with trucks trying to correct the situation, so to speak. All right. We have arrived at our destination. Okay. So that is another load. Ooh. A half rack of barbecue ribs. You're making me jealous, buddy. Making me jealous. So my Voron Grad is over here. So I would have to go all the way over here. You know what? Let's do something. So the 5319 is right there, and I could go to the trailer store to get a trailer, or we go and we pick up the Caterpillar 745C. It is all about the Serenity. I like food. For lunch, I ended up going and doing Domino's again. I ordered a sandwich from Domino's. I went with the chicken habanero sandwich. And that's actually really good. I am a fan of the chicken habanero sandwich. It's got just enough zing to make it good. It's actually got jalapenos in it. Ooh, dude. That sounds good, too. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this bad boy. We're going to roll this guy out and see what we can make happen. Man, now I want nachos. So this will haul 1 load of logs. And I don't think I can actually get a trailer connected to this thing. Yeah, see, no trailer. Otherwise, I would in fact be able to put a lumber carrier trailer on the back. And it's a pain because we got to use these trucks and we got to get a load of 2, which, why is lumber so difficult to haul in this game? Oh, hello, Ginger Snaps. Oh, and I totally just drove off the road here. Because the Caterpillar is articulated and it drives funny. Ginger Snaps subscribing for 3 months in a row now. That's pretty wild. Oh, phone pole. Ah, that's a lot of damage. I do appreciate that, Ginger Snaps. That is quite kind of you to do that. I believe there's some phasmophobia going on over there. Which, that game is wild. If you like the movie Poltergeist, it's pretty good. All the phasmo. All the phasmo with, let's see. I will show you, because I have the skills to do the things. And one of the other streamers that we follow is this little fella right there. And he's doing, he's continuing, actually, his month-long fundraiser for mental health awareness. It is a charity. You got 1,000 so far. See? Good things do happen. Good things do continue to happen, even when the world is a weird, wild place. Also, don't forget to throw Ginger Snaps a follow as well, because Ginger Snaps is way cool, and someone who's very awesome. So, there. Yes, oh, well, I do have to link you, as I'm running into telephone poles, so remember, I am Willy Wonka, and this is my chocolate factory right now. So you gotta put up with all the tomfoolery that I put out. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Setting it on the table, you can send it back if you want to, but it's not gonna go back to the kitchen. It's gonna wind up right back out there again. I'm gonna take the big Caterpillar, and we're gonna truck on. And let's see if we don't dump this thing into the, oh, you need to eat. What is on the menu for the evening, pray tell? I had just been discussing the delightful... Ah, crap. I'm going to have to send out a repair truck for this thing kind of soon. Mac and cheese is fantastic. And Relic, you can be the head Oompa Loompa. VT Outlaw 802. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're well this evening. Do appreciate the follow. Usually I am streaming Monday through Friday, various days throughout the week. It's kind of up in the air at the moment because, you know, hell yeah, loader. Trucking or heavy equipment operating. I believe this one counts as heavy equipment, because this is not a vehicle that one would drive on the street. This is one hell of a large piece of equipment. So I'm going to kind of goof around with this thing. Yes, Relic, you are the lead Oompa Loompa. But yeah, we stream here, usually various days throughout the week. I am a working stiff, so usually it's after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes sooner, sometimes later. But if you do follow... Okay, don't fall down. If you do, in fact, hit that follow button, you can get notified every time I go live. And you can watch me do ridiculous stuff like this. Yeah, I am up in Massachusetts, so we do not see trucks like this anywhere. Oh yeah, okay, this is the problem tree, and I don't want to get hung up on the problem tree. There we go. We have made it around the problem tree. See, yeah. I mean, you definitely see something like this in like a giant pit mine or something. These things are so cool, though. But, yeah. As far as which Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it is the Gene Wilder version all day long. Because the Johnny Depp version is just bizarre and weird. And it's got kind of that, like, funky, like, crap. Don't tell me we get hung up on the tree. Yep, back up, back up, back up. There we go. Keep it in low gear so we keep the differential locked, because this thing skates around like it's on butter if the differential is not locked. Also, Relic, the only thing about the Johnny Depp version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that excels is the wonderful character actor who played basically all of the Oompa Loompas, Deep Roy, who is in so many movies, and he's a fantastic actor. Yeah, Johnny Depp is just weird in that one. Like, all around weird. Like, I know Gene Wilder is, like, really, really weird. But, Gene Wilder, man. He had some roles. Oh, man, did he have some roles. And he's a dude who's part of... that. Well, yeah, that is very legitimately true. Also, speaking of weird movies and roles and actors, we had the weird question of the day that came up earlier, and it has nothing to do with trucks, mud, or four-wheel drive. Question of the day for everyone who is here is, if you could choose a mythical creature to eat, what mythical creature would you choose? Because we were talking about, say, like unicorn steak, or also if you were to choose like a griffin or a hippogriff, does that count as steak or does that count as chicken? Or does it vary by body part? So that's your question. You know, we can do dragon meat, we can do, you know, anything like that, but which mythical creature would you choose to cook up and serve? Loader, I think that's all bull, man. Also, isn't that like quasi-cannibalism, considering where a minotaur actually, in Greek mythology, sort of comes from? I mean, that's getting like dangerously close to cannibalism. I like this vehicle because it has so much power. Long, yeah. Yeah, there is that. Caterpillar is such an awesome company with a variety of different things that they build and produce. Well, that's true too. Oh, but man, swordfish steak is fantastic. Yeah, harpy might be a little bit weird as well. You know what? Now that you think about it, the different amount of fantasy creatures that are kind of sharing human DNA, yeah. Maybe that was a little bit of a weird question of the day. That went a little bit too weird. Oh, nope, too much water. There we go. Keep on trucking. Just paddle right on through. Those giant mud tires do not slow down. They just keep working. I love the attention to detail in this game. It is one of the most awesome things about it. I mean, we can zoom in right here, and we'll kind of slow down a little bit so we don't crash off the road. Yeah, that would be like, yeah. You're probably right, Loader. But I mean, look at all these articulated suspension pieces. All of this stuff moves as we go. And you can even see the drive shaft in there begin to rotate as we move forward. Suspension pieces. And this guy right here is articulated right in the middle. So this whole thing pivots right in the center. And it's bonkers. Just bonkers. I dig it, though. Alright, don't hit the tree. Turn off the differential lock before we suffer damage to the drivetrain. And then we travel to Island Lake. Ooh, flank steak of Smog. He was sort of a pretentious dragon. But then again, what dragon is not pretentious? Alright, so now that we are in Island Lake, we need to go get the logs and then travel. You know, this is almost going quicker than the other way. So yeah, we just hit the log station on the way through and then we're good to go. But we get over here. The only unfortunate thing is we can't pick up a trailer with this piece of equipment. Because if we could pick up a piece of, pick up a trailer, we could also pick up an additional load of logs, and I'm pretty sure this thing would be able to, in fact, haul it. Or, you know, pay attention to where we're going and not read the text on the screen. How about that? Why not? Although, let's polish off the beverage. Like, I know unicorn is technically a horse, but do you think their meat is, like, rainbow colored? Because, oh, we get some water, too, so that's kind of cool. Because it's so damn magical. Whoa! Vladimir Tepes Dracul. Good sir. Thank you very much. You are pretty damn rad for doing stuff like that. Man. You have every right to flex, good sir. That is way too kind of you, and I really appreciate it. We can hit the four-wheel drive, too. Man, that was way too cool of you to do. Now, if I can get this damn thing in a straight line and stop sliding off the road as I'm doing things. Hit the brakes. Yeah, so I'm running no mods on this one. Vlad, I appreciate that, man. I know we're doing something a little bit different that we usually... well, this is, what, the third day? Third day we're playing some SnowRunner. And we're having a really good time just playing SnowRunner. Because the game has a completely different pace to it. And it's a lot more low-key and relaxed. And I figure a game like this, we can chill. We can cruise along, we can do stupid stuff, like slip off some rocks into the river and lose the truck, or dump some of the other trucks, completely lose the lumber load, all of that stuff. Well, that's what it's all about. We did have quite a bit of conversation yesterday. It was all over the place. Relic and Loader can definitely attest to that. Also, VT Outlaw. I am running no mods at the moment because I've heard way too many issues with running mods on the consoles because I'm running on a console. If I had if I didn't have a PlayStation, which is what I'm using, if I had a PC, it would probably be a lot easier to run mods on. And I wouldn't have to worry about too many mods, too much memory on the mods, stuff like that. And I've not run into a situation where I thought, hey, I wish this truck was different in XYZ ways. Sure, there are trucks that I wish were better, but you know what? That's fine. Because every truck in this game is mostly different. Some of them feel like cheating and some of them don't. But, I enjoy most of the different trucks in this game. And it's just it's a fun, chill game to just kind of cruise around. Is it 3? Okay. I only wish that scout vehicles were a little bit more viable than what they were. Or at least most of the other scout vehicles. Because you've got the APC-looking bugger, the Tuz, you know which one I'm talking about. That thing goes through all kinds of mud, and it's fantastic. And then you get the F-750, which can haul regular trailers, and it can go damn near anywhere. Also, let's refuel, because there's a little tiny scout fuel carrier right there, and that's what we're going to do. Now, try to reverse out and not get hung up. Yeah, man, we try to make it chill, we try to make it cool, we try to make it just relaxing. We cover all manner of topics of conversation, from wrestling to the piston rings on a 2011 to 2013 Chevy Equinox with a 2.4-liter engine, to cars and trucks and four-wheel drive. Yesterday was a lot of pro wrestling. Hit you up on Discord? Okay. I can do that. I even have Discord. I think I'm the same name on Discord. Pretty sure I'm the same name on Discord. I don't use Discord a lot, so I'm usually... Yeah. I don't have it loaded up now, but I can load it up. I will find you. Because you're on Waylon's channel as a moderator over there, right? Cargo management, get me them logs. And now I can't see anything. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. And you know what? It's going to haul these logs like a champ. Like a damn champ. So, plot our course, because if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, I'm going to just continue to talk and then get lost, and then I'll be like, oh, where am I? Oh, the other side of the map, because I wasn't paying attention because I'm a boob. Alright, so we go that way, and then, boom, Drummond Island. Alright. Yeah, that, you know, oddly enough, I never played Mud Runner, and I never played Spin Tires. This was my first introduction to the series. I saw this game advertised originally online, and I shared it with a buddy of mine. But yeah, Vlad, I will definitely hit you up. You know, I did, Loader. Actually, I saw all the pics and stuff. That was really, really cool. That was a hell of a lot of pics. That was very cool. So, I never actually played any of the previous games in the series, so I never really was too worried about the logging stuff. I downloaded the new season when it was available, and I hit the maps. I opened up most of Wisconsin, and I got the new trucks out of the new maps. But then I didn't really do too much more, because I was like, logging, it's just like hauling around everything else. Also, this truck is a beast for this. I'm really liking this thing. This thing's doing really, really good. I mean, look at that. How cool is that damn thing? This thing, I mean, come on. This thing's rad. We are a powerhouse right now. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I played the hell out of this game up until they released Yukon, and then I did a bunch of stuff in the Yukon maps, and I got a bunch of the trucks from the Yukon maps, and then I kind of ended up playing a ton of other stuff, and I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out, and I'm about 160 hours plus into my Assassin's Creed Valhalla playthrough. And that's primarily what we played on this channel, because that's kind of how things got started. Because I love Norse mythology, stuff about Vikings, and it's a lot of fun. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a work of historical fiction, but it's also not super rooted in, like, fantasy. So that was the nice thing about it. There was a lot of stuff that was fantastical about it. I mean, Christ, you're existing in someone's genetic memories and playing the game through their memories, through the animus. So, I mean, yeah, there's a sci-fi element to it, and then there's the, you know, there's the ancient race of godlike beings, the Isu, and all that stuff. But as far as playing the game for its mythology, or its, you know, historical fiction and everything, it's pretty cool. It's actually a lot of fun. Which brings me to my next point. The next game that I have on deck, which showed up the other week, and I'm probably going to play it either after a bunch of SnowRunner, just kind of chilling, playing SnowRunner, or I might mix up the two and kind of have, you know, a couple days here, a couple days there, or I'll figure out some kind of schedule, because I have no real schedule. Oh yeah, dude, I know, right? It's nuts, Loader. The Fleet Star? Ooh, yeah. Fleet Star's pretty cool. let's turn the headlights on. But yeah, I'm probably going to mix this game in with Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. And that's a couple years older, but it deals with heavily Norse mythology and a lot of those kinds of tones and ideas. Your character travels through travels into, Norse hell, the actual physical location, or not physical, but technically, according to the Vikings, it was a actual legitimate place, but in this game, you travel to hell to rescue your love. So we'll play that at some point. And if it gets too depressing, we'll mix in some more SnowRunner. This game on Steam, I am not sure. I bought this game brand new. I pre-ordered this game, actually. And I pre-ordered it for the PlayStation console. I also got the Season Pass with it, which meant that I got all the goodies. And actually, VT Outlaw. Let's go over to Smithville Dam. Let's move to my garage, and we'll go, because VT Outlaw, you're new to the channel. You subscribed, or did you get one of those? But you followed the channel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to our garage, and we're gonna flip through some of the really cool shit that we have. Pardon my French. We're gonna flip through some of the cool trucks, and I will show you the truck that I got as, let's see. All right, so the truck that we got as a pre-order bonus. Yes, he did, apparently. Man, Vlad, you are on point with that kind of stuff. And I can see why Waylon, has you doing the things you do. But you probably also know what the hell you're doing. There's another Caterpillar. I don't know how well this thing hauls. I've never really used it too much. But you actually have to specifically use this thing for some of the special trailers in the Yukon maps. Vlad, I super appreciate it, man. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. And I know everybody else here does too. This right here, the Navistar 5000 MV. This guy is a military version of a Navistar truck, and this thing is bonkers. Yeah, you can actually. So you get the. Well, I get this free. Vlad, thank you, man. I just, I try to do good things, and I just try to I try to put back, So we got a weird world that's happening right now. So I just want to have a nice little place that people can come, chill, hang out, You know what? We were talking about Twisted Metal. Exactly. Dark Side, or I really think that this thing kind of resembles a little bit of the Mad Max Fury Road war rig, which, I'm no Furiosa. I still have both appendages, but she's got that hell of a wild augmented arm thing going there. But this truck, you've got all of the damn thing is armored up. It's got extra lights all over it. It's got this crazy push bar. This truck also has one of the most powerful engines in the game. Granted, it has A+ on the power to weight. It holds 340 liters of fuel, but it pigs through fuel like you read about. Let's see. You can kind of change things up a little bit, but I like... that's the stock factory bumper on that thing. That is a bash bumper for the ages. But I like this guy because this thing screams cow catcher. And not really cow catcher, but people catcher. So we can either do the mesh or the side, you can do the slats, which is kind of cool. You can't change the exhaust. It's rolled back. And this truck is the only truck in the game that's very difficult to actually see while playing because it rolls so much coal. You can do all kinds of different paint schemes and stuff like that, but I still think the factory digital camo that it comes in is one of the best color configurations in the game. So that's my favorite portion of it. If we want to, we can put a bobblehead. Oh, we can put Mr. Walrus. Mr. Walrus the bobblehead. Datsun. Hawaii. Masha. Masha and the Bear, which is a thing on, I think it's Amazon or Netflix that my damn nephew watches nonstop. Oh, Sabretooth. Okay, that's pretty cool. We'll give it the first mate. And then let's hang the, we can hang the Ace of Spades. And I think this almost deserves the Ace of Spades because that's an awesome song by Motorhead. Fuzzy Dice. Yeah, exactly, right? Fuzzy Dice, a dream catcher. I don't know what that thing is, but it's called the Pipe Monster. Or we have the Cow Skull. We'll run with the spades, the Ace of Spades, because Lemmy is my co-pilot. Although, you can do some weird stuff here, which I don't understand, but then you can get, you know, all kinds of different stickers and stuff like that. Exterior stickers. I don't really like most of the exterior stickers, but I mean, there's some cool stuff. Windshield stickers. This one doesn't really work. Oh, man. Lemmy. His version of Hellraiser was fantastic. Also, alright, see, those don't work because Charging Bull, the Bulldog, which is nothing like a Mack Truck Bulldog, Striking Cobra or Sabretooth. No, we don't. This thing doesn't need anything extra. That's how, yeah, you can take the mesh off, but I usually don't run with the interior view. I like the mesh on it because it makes it look even more aggressive. But, yeah, so you were talking about the Fleet Star, which, there's my bad boy Fleet Star right there. Fleet Star is a cool truck too, and this is one of the first trucks that you actually, well, technically it's the second truck that you find in the game, the first being the GMC, which oddly enough, this GMC here starts life as a highway truck, but they actually made the thing incredible with the addition of all-wheel drive. But, yeah, man, I'm telling you, these trucks are awesome. I like the Boar. That's one of the new trucks for this season. P16, even though this thing only has rear-wheel drive, it is unstoppable. It is just a monster. And it's huge, too. This truck is gigantic. Here's another truck that is part of the new expansion for this season. Paystar, GMC 9500, a Voron. There's the Ford F-750. This truck is the best in terms of scouting because of the amount of supplies, fuel, and extra tires that it carries. The ANK, based off of another military truck. There's another new new season truck, Pacific 512 PF, which is also only rear-wheel drive, but I haven't really had enough time to try it out, so I really don't know how good it is. Dairy Longhorn, this thing is way, way underpowered. Way underpowered. It's a great truck, though. It's just too ridiculously underpowered. This thing, though. This thing is probably one of the best trucks in the game. Hands down. It is a behemoth with some of the largest tires and the biggest engine. And it actually holds 4 pieces of individual cargo. And yeah, it'll take it anywhere. Actually, you know what? Another cover that I like by Motorhead, Heroes. They did an awesome cover of Bowie's Heroes. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Lodestar is a great truck, too. Old International Harvester. Oh, yeah, 3194. So this one's got that goofy tag axle in it, and it just always gets in the way. 73210 is a great versatile vehicle. The Bandit's a little bit too light duty for its own good. Caterpillar, Telehandler. Epic has it? Okay. It's so worth playing, Loader. This game is absolutely worth playing. Yeah, okay, so check this out. So this is my Voron Grad right here. Exactly. The Lodestar needs more stuff, but it really gets much better. So we either have the stock or the raised suspension, and then we have everything from highway tires to all-terrain tires, off-road tires, and because this is a dual rear axle truck, you can actually run the heavy-duty super singles on this thing, or you can get the dual rear tires, and each one has its own intrinsic benefits and drawbacks for what you're doing at the time. Like, the dual rear wheels give you far more stability and give you a better footprint, but the single tires actually are really good for, you know, getting around off-road. They make the giant size ones. So this truck's got actually off-road tires. It also has mud tires, which are a game changer when it comes to most of the terrain in this game. And then, because you have the Alaska map, which has a ton of ice, you've also got Lake Cove, which has a ton of ice. You have chain tires. And if you don't have chain tires, you're not going anywhere on the ice. And it's a total blast. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can change. But a lot of this stuff, too, you actually have to find as an upgrade part on the map. And you level up from rank 1 to 30, 30 being the maximum level. And as you level up, you unlock various bits and pieces, different lights, different push bars, different snorkel assemblies. So your equipment that you can fit on the trucks actually gets better as time goes on. And then some vehicles you can't equip larger tires unless you get a lift kit. So it's pretty neat that way. Some trucks can carry a spare wheel, some can't. You have different snorkel assemblies for fording deep water. And then it all comes down to the add-ons that you can actually equip to the bed of the vehicle. So I basically have every truck in the game. I also have $2.6 million that I have accrued by playing this game and jumping into other people's games on multiplayer. All right, so back to the Caterpillar, and we're going to keep pushing. So the cool thing is the multiplayer on this game, you can either, and it's kind of funny because you have no choice in the matter of whose game you join, unless you're joining a friend's game. And if you want to join a multiplayer game online, all you do is just, you hit the button and you start up multiplayer, and it puts you in a random group of people. You don't get to choose what map they start on. You don't get to choose anything. So I was dumped into a game with a couple of guys from Saudi Arabia, believe it or not. Luckily, one of them spoke English, and it was a real lot of fun. I had a blast. No joke, it was a great time. I've also played with guys from East Texas, near the Louisiana border, or near Louisiana. One of the guys was an oil field worker. And then I played with somebody who lived in Australia. And these are all people that, hopped into the chat and were like, hey, let's do a thing. It was a great time. It was an awesome time. I had a blast doing all that stuff. Oops. I always forget how funny this truck steers. But I think this is the best lumber hauling truck in the entire damn game. So, I am from Massachusetts, and actually this is a topic of, oh crap, don't fall over. This is a topic of conversation that we actually had yesterday as well, oddly enough. 40 for premium, absolutely. Yeah, there is a lot of gameplay and a lot of replayability in this game. And if you liked it, I mean, it's no Subnautica for the amount of exploration and variety that you can do, but it's a great looking game, and I think it's absolutely worth it. But I am from Massachusetts, and I work at a Chevy dealership. And I work in the parts department of a Chevy dealership. So GM vehicles are my jam. That's a good thing, Relic. But I bet you made, like, stupid good money doing stuff like that, because that's, like, hazard pay all the way. Yeah, so I'm a car guy. We've sold 2 so far. We've sold a red one with a really weird interior, like, what the hell did... It was red, and it wasn't even that weird tan, like basketball color interior. It was... Let's see, so we plot our course through here again. It was that really, like, whitish color interior, and I don't know why they optioned it out like that, because the tan would have been significantly better. And then we sold a blue one, and the blue one was really nice too. So Vlad, is this where you tell me what you would do for work, but you'd have to kill me? Alright, so we'll go up here, and then we have to get one of these loads to the farm up there. And this thing should be fairly effective in... So, cruise through here. But yeah, the new C8s are unbelievably cool cars. Those damn things are awesome. They're awesome to look at. They're awesome to just... Even just sitting there. Those cars are incredible. I actually saw a bunch of them at various car shows. Not car shows, but Cars and Coffee. Oh man, that's a hell of a lot of hours for something like that. But yeah, I would go to a lot of the Cars and Coffee events over the summertime, and I would, head up to New Hampshire. There's Seacoast Cars and Coffee, which is up near Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And then there's the New Hampshire Cars and Coffee, which is usually around like Derry, I think, is where they're having them. And it's a lot of fun, and I honestly think that those particular kinds of Cars and Coffee events are better than a regular car show. And I've got a lot of reasons for this. Car shows are, at the heart of it, pretentious. A car show that limits the kind of people who attend or enter their car in a car show, it's kind of pretentious. Massachusetts, New England. Outside, probably about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Boston. That's where I am. And yeah, about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. So Boston is very close by. But I feel that a Cars and Coffee event is far more welcoming and open to car culture as a whole, because where can you find a lifted military green Mazda Miata with a turbo parked next to a Lamborghini Aventador, and the two owners are talking, and it's awesome. Yeah, the cruise nights are good. Cars and Coffee events are fantastic because they're not a pretentious event. They're not something that you just... Are you in Central Mass, or where? Arcadia Marquez? I hope I'm not butchering that. I'm not near Worcester. I'm closer to Lowell. So I'm probably 20 minutes south of Lowell. And I'm probably 30 minutes outside of Nashua, up in New Hampshire. But, it's funny. I'm right on the border, and technically if I go to New Hampshire and do anything in New Hampshire, if I come back, I have to quarantine for 10 days or whatever the hell it is. Which is just asinine. It's frustrating, that's for sure. My boss lives up in New Hampshire. He commutes every day for work. But, oh, come on, turn. There we go. Yeah, apparently we picked up a little bit too much speed coming down there. Yeah. No kidding, dude. That's wild. Arcadia Marquez. And yet again, I hope I'm not butchering that. I hope you're well. And what's good tonight? How's everything going? And yeah, I absolutely love Cars and Coffee events in the summertime, because it's one of those cool things where you drive anything and you can show up and you're welcomed, and people will enjoy the fact that you just decided to show up with whatever you had. Alright. Good, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Because that's the last thing I want to do, is just kind of totally take a tomahawk and butcher someone's screen name. Also, I would like to not slip off this road and lose the load of lumber that I've been working so very hard to get from point A to point B. Oh, don't fall off the bridge, please. This would be really unfortunate if we fell into the drink right now. But yeah, it's so cool going to a Cars and Coffee event. The rat rods that show up, all the weird shit that they end up attaching to them. What is it? East Coast Camaro Club actually had put on... They put on a charity fundraiser once a year up in Merrimack, New Hampshire at the Budweiser Brewery. So they have a massive car show up there. And they raise money for Make-A-Wish. And I know some of the guys who actually run the East Coast Camaro Club. And an incredible group of guys. Super, super, super nice guys. Really, really great people. And they put on this huge show to benefit Make-A-Wish. In 2019, they raised over $20,000 for Make-A-Wish through donations, admissions, raffle tickets, t-shirt sales. And this was a big thing. Because stuff like Make-A-Wish is important. Because life is a really shitty thing when you're a kid and you get handed a cancer diagnosis or some other ailment that you don't know if you're going to make it or not. So if you have a thing like Make-A-Wish that comes along, and Make-A-Wish says, "What do you want to do?" and you say something like, "I want to meet John Cena," and they arrange for that to happen, John Cena actually being one of the individuals who has granted the most Make-A-Wish fulfillments. The guy's a goddamn just genuine heart of gold. Those things are important. Make-A-Wish is important. Places like St. Jude's and all they do, or the Shriners and all they do. So even at the best of times, when we can have giant car shows and all get together, make cool stuff happen, it's also really great that organizations like the East Coast Camaro Club get together and exactly. That is fantastic, and that is so damn cool. But yeah, East Coast Camaro Club, good bunch of guys. And when you're actually able to put something together, like a car show that benefits stuff like that, Jay Leno is the ultimate car guy. And, oh man, his show, Jay Leno's Classic Cars, is just so cool to watch. From the wild exotic stuff that he has to the utterly bizarre and bonkers vehicles and just ancient pieces of, antique. But unfortunately, Jay Leno's Garage, yes, thank you. Unfortunately, last year, the East Coast Camaro Club could not have the car show at the Budweiser Brewery. Even though it was an outside event, even though, you kind of could get away with doing something like that, and New Hampshire is a little bit more lax when it comes to gatherings and social stuff, which, your mileage may vary, but yeah, things are... Slow down. Things are kind of hit or miss about that. But they organized a cruise. So the East Coast Camaro Club organized a cruise that I attended, and I went and I picked up my brother, my youngest brother, and my nephew, and we went on a cruise with a load of other Camaros. We all got together at an industrial park up in New Hampshire. I think it was up in like Hudson, New Hampshire. We all got together, and we actually had a police escort. And it was one of the most wildest, amazing cruises I've ever been on. We would get to... There was a cop at the head of the line and a cop at the back of the line. So what would happen is when we got to an intersection or a set of lights, the cop would roll out, throw on his blues, and he would stop traffic, and we would all go through the intersection. And then when everybody was through, he would go hop back in his car again, go racing... Oops, backwards. Go racing up the line of Camaros that had just passed through the intersection and take up the head of the line again. And we did this all over the place, going through all these cool places. And there are pictures of it somewhere, which I'll have to dig up. And I know I have to get like a Discord server or something like that, but one of these days, we'll figure it out. But it was such a surreal experience. And then we all ended up in Merrimack again at an ice cream place. And we all had ice cream. And it was awesome. It was so awesome. Everybody had a good time. Camaros from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, all kinds of stuff. But you know what? There was only one Transformers Camaro. This guy. Alright, so we need one more load of medium logs to complete this particular contract. So let's take this thing and let's head back, because this thing did damn well in obtaining. This thing is a monster when it hauls lumber. This thing is cool. And I've never actually used Sasquatch 39. How are you tonight? What is good? We're talking about cars and car-related stuff. Also fundraisers and cars and coffee events. Also, I'm using the Caterpillar, this giant monstrosity, to haul around some lumber. You know, I've seen that. That guy's cool. He has made the screen-accurate Optimus Prime, and he drives all over places to do appearances, to do car shows. Oh, crap. I do know a guy out of New York. I believe he's out of New York. Damn you, loader. So I know a guy out of New York, and he's actually, I think, on social media as My Bumblebee. And he actually goes to shows, and he's got a Transformers Camaro that is all done up. And it's really cool. It's actually really, really cool. All kinds of different lights and different... I think he changed the front fascia. I think his is supercharged. It's got different door cards. It's got the different hood insulators, so it's got all the cool graphics and everything everywhere. Super nice guy, too. Really, really, really nice guy. But I guess you gotta be with a car like that, because how often are you gonna have people coming up to you and just wanting to talk to you about your car? And I mean, I know, I get it. Oops. We'll rub against a rock there. I mean, driving a car like that, I mean, mine's just a regular Transformers Edition Camaro, but, I mean, I still have people who, they want to talk about the car. And even if you're driving by, you know, you get all the kids just like the Optimus Prime that that guy Joe made, that VT Outlaw mentioned. You know, it's awesome to do stuff like that. It's really cool. And to simply just make somebody's day just by driving by. Like early on in the pandemic crap, when I was stuck home, I went out to McDonald's one day. I will keep that in mind. But I went out to McDonald's one day because I am a fan of McDonald's and I can't help myself. You know, I was stuck home, but I drove past this house and it was, you know, honk for such and such, you know, birthday. And it was a little kid. There's a little kid who was stuck home on his birthday, who couldn't celebrate his birthday with his friends or his family because it was early on, when everything was really, really weird and nobody knew anything about anything. And it just, it hit me, you know, just how really crappy everything was. So, of course, there I am driving by in my Transformers Camaro. So you gotta honk. You gotta wave. You gotta put out those good vibes that you gotta keep going with, you know? Because, I mean, if you're a miserable, curmudgeonly jerk driving a car like that, and you get a little kid excited, and you're just like, "Grr," and you sneer, that's no good. It's no good. So I'm like happy to put stuff back. I'm happy to put back out there. You know, I try to make things good. I try to make things decent. Especially when I can watch my nephew. And man, there is no greater peer pressure than a 4-year-old who tells you to spin the tires. And when a 4-year-old tells you to spin the tires, you damn well better spin the tires. If a 4-year-old tells you to go vroom vroom, you damn well better smack the loud pedal a couple of times and go vroom vroom. Oh, apparently Death Wish Coffee Company is texting me. They have more apparel. Although I'm not sure I need more Death Wish Coffee apparel right now. Also, Waylon is live. So there's that. Yeah, man. That is what you gotta do. That is absolutely what you gotta do. 4-year-old tells you to rev the engine. You rev that engine. I mean, within reason. Oh, yeah. Vlad. Death Wish all the way. I do like a pot of Death Wish before noontime pretty much every day. And if I'm not doing Death Wish, like the regular Death Wish, I am a huge fan of the Valhalla Java. And I have my giant, colossal Valhalla Java mug, which has the whole logo on it, which is just so damn awesome. Alright, so we're going this way. Actually, Vlad, you may know. Exactly. Exactly. But you're probably going to get thrown under the bus by the 4-year-old. Oops. That was a trailer that got in my way. And now it's going to... No trailer. Not that way, please. Alright. Kind of shoehorn you up against there because I left you in a terrible spot. Too far over. Vlad, you don't happen to know what... Oh. Ooh. But yeah, Vlad, you don't know what Waylon's playing tonight for multiplayer, do you? You know, you're right. It kind of doesn't seem to happen that much anymore. So, Loader is referring to... okay, awesome. So, Loader is referring to the individual that we all know. His name is Patrick Camp. That is his Twitch link. Patrick Camp is currently raising money for mental health awareness. Yeah, that's right. I thought he was gonna. I thought it was. It just the message popped up weird, so I just wanted to make sure and verify, if you will. But let's see. We are at. We're just past 8 o'clock. It is almost 2 hours in right here. So we'll go a little bit further. And I think what we'll end up doing is possibly raiding Waylon's channel tonight. Because Waylon's a good dude. Waylon, who I am referring to, if you don't know, is the lead singer of A Killer's Confession, which is a fantastic band. That is Waylon's link. And Waylon jumps on. He plays... Well, right now he's wrapping up Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. He is also impatiently waiting for the newest Resident Evil game, The Village, to be released. And he's going to play that in VR, which is going to be incredible. He's also rocking the PlayStation 5, whose load times and graphics I am supremely jealous about. I play on a PlayStation 4 Pro. That is my thing. Yeah, we actually watched him play the demo, and it's really impressive. It is really, really cool. And seeing it being played was very amazing. I mean, that game has a surreal level of detail to it. But yeah, Waylon plays Call of Duty Cold War on multiplayer nights, usually on, let's see, Saturday? Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays are usually some multiplayer. Also, he did a really, really messed up thing where he was eating those awful flavored jelly beans. And surprisingly enough, he did not hurl. It made for some fantastic clips, though. I couldn't even play games. I couldn't even play Call of Duty that night because I was laughing so hard. Oops. Let's not tip over. Yeah. Arcadia. That was beyond hysterical, watching that happen. Oh yeah, helps if we actually hit the differential lock and do that. It was one of the funniest things I have ever seen happening. It was just... I was done. I could not stop laughing. His band is A Killer's Confession. He just released 2 weeks ago his newest single called Remember, and it is awesome. He was also previously in a band called Tenafly Viper, and he was a singer in Mushroomhead, and he left the band Mushroomhead in 2015 or 2016. He's also an incredibly nice dude, and super funny, super friendly, just all-around good guy. So we'll make it to the other map pretty decently. Yeah, Mushroomhead. Older Mushroomhead I tend to enjoy more than newer Mushroomhead because they just get weird with the newer stuff. So it really wasn't my bag. But then again, it's like older Slipknot. I prefer older Slipknot over newer Slipknot because that's just my thing. Mushroomhead played at a couple of the Ozfest shows that happened around here in Mansfield. Island Lake, here we come. Yeah, you know, honestly, Iowa was one of the best. And it had so much of that... raw, weird, random. The whole custom percussion setups were some of the best. And it had a noise that they really didn't duplicate going further with any of the other albums, I think. Also, it's going to be 42 degrees tomorrow, 7 degrees cooler than today. Also, I'm kind of hungry. I think I have cold pizza that's available to me, so that is an option. Yeah, today was unbelievably nice outside. I actually had my sunroof open on the way home. Honestly, I love having a sunroof. My Camaro does not have a sunroof, and chances are, if it had a sunroof, I would be smacking my head on the headliner all the time. But my four-wheel drive has the sunroof, and that is just game changer. That thing does not stay closed over the summertime. The only time that I would close... don't hit the pole. The only time that I would close my sunroof over the summer in my truck when I would be out and about in it is if it was pouring. Otherwise, the sunroof stays open. And if you don't like the wind noise, too bad. Let the lullaby of the all-terrain tires sing you to sleep. Which, man, mud tires and all-terrain tires have such a distinctive tone going down the road at, like, higher rates of speed. You know, it occurs to me that maybe we should, in fact, hop over and raid good old Waylon. Because if he is eating questionable things, I kind of want to be there for that. That would be a neat thing to do and see. So, tell you what. Let's throw the parking brake on. Because we've been live for about 2 hours now. So, let's kill the engine. Because we don't want to waste fuel. Because we're in the middle of nowhere. Well, no, there's... Oh, man, I beat up the front end of that thing a little bit. It's too bad this thing doesn't get a bash bar. But then again, that's all steel that's up front there anyways. These things are bulletproof on the front end. So what we're thinking about doing is going and raiding our good friend Waylon. So we'll kind of come over here for this. So here we are. But everybody, we're going to wrap things up for now for all of our SnowRunner fun. We're going to keep going with SnowRunner for a while. I was thinking that I would only do like a couple of nights of SnowRunner and then go for the new game of Hellblade. But this has been fun, and the more I play SnowRunner, the more I really want to play SnowRunner. So it's a good time all around. Also, I think I'm still in the process of updating to Season 2 of Call of Duty Cold War, which has that awesome 80s vibe, and I love the menu music. So, everybody, whether you're new to the channel tonight, or you've been lurking, or you've been here for a while, thank you for stopping by to my corner of the internet. I am Storm of Iron. We've been playing SnowRunner tonight. If you hit that follow button, you will continue to get notified when I go live. So, exactly. That's the thing, Relic, because it's got a nice pace to it. And we just chill. And we just talk. And then we drive through the mud. And we do things. Awesome. Thank you very much, Arcadia, Marquise. I appreciate the follow. I typically stream during the week after I get out of work. So you're looking at like 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I am a New Englander. It is cold outside-ish. It's getting better. There's snow on the ground. But... Smiley Gidget, thank you very much. I know you're always around, and that's cool. Everybody, yeah, hit that follow button, and if this video eventually migrates its way over to the YouTube channel, We stream live here. We send it over to YouTube. And if you're over watching this on YouTube, hit that like button. It's important. But yes, Background Rach, you did in fact get a gifted sub. Because Vladimir Tepes Dracul is one hell of an awesome dude. And he deserves all of the props for this evening. Because he dropped the subscriptions all over the place. So, guys, we're going to go raid Waylon. Because I probably should have been doing that earlier. Or taken closer look at the time. And apparently Waylon is eating questionable things. Or eating things that viewers have sent to him. So, without further ado, let's, let's mute this here. So we're going to do the buttons with the things, and yeah, maybe we'll be around again tomorrow for some more SnowRunner, or anything that comes up. So guys, thank you. I'm Storm of Iron again. This is SnowRunner. We're just chilling, having a good time, and that's what it's all about. So we will catch you again next time. Or I will catch you on the raid.